Hey there, SMU crew. This week's action challenge is going to be a blast. So, today we're going to challenge your creativity by teaching you a little bit about how you can customize the message that you are trying to relay using different mediums, or rather, different platforms. The goal is ultimately to create a different message based on the medium or the platform that you're using. So if you're using Facebook and Instagram, you're going to create two totally different messages that ultimately convey the same idea or the same image. And so I'm going to go a little bit into how you're going to create that for all of the different platforms. So first we're going to look into what each of the platforms specialize in, or the type of messaging that does the best on each platform. So for example, on Facebook you can include video, text, image, links, and all of those do fairly well. I will say strictly text posts don't do as well on Facebook, but video, image, links, and then text associated with all of those can do very well. Twitter, you are limited to 140 characters. You can use images, videos, links, and I say kind of because links are not perfect on Twitter. That is something that I have learned. But text does pretty well on Twitter, and then if you add an image in, it's going to do even better. And you can use one or two hashtags. Just don't load your tweets full of hashtags, or else it comes across as spammy on Twitter. On Pinterest, the main focal point is the image behind the pin. So you're going to want to have an image and then a keyword-rich description that includes a couple of different terms that people may be searching for. Whereas on Instagram, it's all about the image and then the text, and then making sure that you have tons of key hashtags that have to do with whatever the image is about. So for LinkedIn, you can do text, links, photos, and videos, but the one thing you want to remember with LinkedIn is most messages are not appropriate on LinkedIn. You don't necessarily want to be putting personal posts or anything that doesn't have to do with professional content or with your blog posts or blog posts that you found from other people. So here's the action challenge scenario. I want you to imagine that you went on a walk and you saw a cute cat. How are you going to convey that on each of the platforms? Are you ready? Let's do this together. So first I want you to take a moment and imagine that you are creating that post for Facebook. Take a second and visualize what that looks like. Okay, so what I came up with was, today was amazing. I went on a walk and saw the cutest cat. And there you can add an image or a video. Now let's try Twitter. How are you going to represent the cute cat that you saw on a walk on Twitter? So I kept it under 140 characters. Check out this cat I saw today. Hashtag cat. And you could do an image or a video. Images do well on Twitter, so I would add an image of the cat. Next up, Pinterest. How are you going to get people's interest with an image of this cat? I would use words like cutest cat ever. This cat would make a cute pet. Now the reason I use each of those terms in there is they're really keyword rich, like cutest cat or cute pet. These are going to increase the chances of being found, and obviously this would focus on a cat as the main image being represented on Twitter. Instagram, this one's a little bit tricky. I would do something a little bit vague, like, hi there, cat, you look like you belong on my Instagram feed. With Instagram, you can be a little more snarky, have a little more personality, and then load up with tons of hashtags. I would use the maximum amount, which is 30, or even just 20 will get the job done. But hashtag cat, hashtag cute pet, hashtag cat lover. Good thing I love the word hashtag. And LinkedIn. Don't do it. Sorry, I had to trick you guys. So for LinkedIn, that would not be an appropriate post on LinkedIn because it's very personal. It doesn't have to do with professional or business goals. Now, if you were, let's say you were a vet clinic and you specialized in cats and you found a cat, then it might make sense. But for most of us, our careers don't revolve around cats. So you do not need to share this type of content on LinkedIn. So I want you guys to really be challenged this week to take action by creating posts that make sense for each platform with everything that you are posting. Try taking a little bit of content, expanding it, deleting it, editing it, changing the voice a little bit for every single platform. So go ahead, it is your turn.